Welcome. I'm Father Kevin, and this is Alert to Good News. Here's a video reflection on the Gospel for Sunday, November 14th, the 33rd Sunday in Ordinary Time. I read about three men in a hospital maternity waiting room. A nurse announces to the first, "Congratulations, you have one boy." The man says, "How about that? I'm president of Capital One." A few minutes later, the nurse reappears and says to the second man, "Congratulations, you have twins." He replies, "What a coincidence. I own the Minnesota Twins." The third man starts crying, and the nurse asks, "What's wrong?" He says, "I work at 7-Up." Well, our God can be a God surprising coincidences. We're approaching the end of the liturgical year, which relives the story of our salvation. It begins with Advent, where we experience the hope for a Messiah, then Christmas, or the birth of a Messiah, then through Lent to the dying and rising of Jesus at Easter, and finally, after ordinary time, Jesus Christ comes in great power and glory. And next Sunday, we will crown him King of the universe. Yes, we await the second coming of our Lord Jesus, when God will transform this universe into a glorious kingdom in all its fullness. The question is, are we ready to enter the dazzling light of Jesus Christ, where we will see who really we are? That light will illuminate our better or worse selves. In the Gospel, Jesus speaks about an apocalypse, a darkened sun, an unlit moon, falling stars, all symbolic and scary images. The Gospel author urges us always to be ready to meet the living Christ, because we really don't know when he will actually come in death. Today's Gospel brings to mind a medieval fable about a businessman whose employee went to the Baghdad market and saw the figure of death. Death seemed to look at him threateningly. He rushed back to his employer to get a horse and then galloped off to Samarra. Later, the businessman went to the same market and saw the figure of death and asked why he stared threateningly at his employee. Death replied, "That was really a look of surprise to see him in Baghdad. I have an appointment with him in Samarra tonight." This fable reinforces the theme of watchfulness or readiness. Are we ready to meet God? And what do we have to do now in order to be ready? We know that some things can delay death: exercise, eat right, stop smoking, and so on. But we ultimately will have an appointment with death. The good news is, as people of faith, we know that the God who gave us life, who created us out of nothingness, will transform our earthly self into a new, glorious, heavenly self. That's the Easter message. So how do we prepare to meet God? First, value each day as a gift from God, and live each day as though it were your last. Live today well. We were created to live in a relationship with God through Jesus Christ by the power of the Spirit. Without that relationship, we will feel empty deep inside. St. Augustine wrote centuries ago in his Confessions, God, you have made us for yourself, and our hearts are restless until they rest in you. Yes, the purpose of life is to be in relationship with God, no matter who we are and what we do. That makes life worth living. People try to fill their emptiness with different things: alcohol, or money, or status, or so-called expensive toys. So take every opportunity, no matter what the circumstances, to do the right thing. You've heard the saying, cowardice asks the question, is it safe? Expediency asks, is it politic? Vanity asks, is it popular? But conscience asks, is it right? Many times in life, we have to ask, what is really the right thing to do? And then just do it. May the Lord bless you and keep you, and may you always have a blessed day. Thank you for watching this video. You can see more videos here or simply subscribe by hitting the button below.